Hey, this is Matt Pezon with Pezon Properties. I'm just dropping in on a renovation we're doing in Allentown to check in, and while I'm here, I figured I would answer a question that I hear regularly, which is, can I really get a cash offer for my property in Pennsylvania? And the answer is yes, of course. And I'd like to, in this video, explain what a cash offer is and what are the benefits and drawbacks so that you can decide for yourself if a cash offer makes sense for your situation and for your property. So first things first, what is a cash offer? Simply put, that is just an offer to buy your property that doesn't depend on any financing. The buyer has the cash in the bank, or they have a line of credit or some other pre-approved financing that they're just going to close. What's not a cash offer is when someone gives you an offer and they say, well, it's contingent upon getting a loan. So if that buyer says, oh, my bank said no, I can't get a loan, at that point your deal's done and they're not the buyer, and now you wasted a month of your life and you have to go find another buyer. So that's what a cash offer is. It's certainty. Cash represents certainty, and it's cash in the bank or it's a line of credit. It's a strong offer that doesn't depend on any type of financing. You will get the money. Next, what are the benefits of a cash offer? So number one, it's efficient. You're not waiting around for a bank, and you're not waiting for them to do their thing and other third parties or inspections. It's a cash offer. So you're not waiting for third parties to do whatever they're going to do, and inspectors say no, so the bank doesn't want to do it. It's an efficient, simple offer. Next, it's not contingent upon repairs or other things. So it's as is, it's where is. It's just as the property is right now. You as the seller don't need to do any repairs whatsoever. And if there are tenants living in the property, let's say you're a landlord, you're not getting along with your tenants, the property is sold as is, where is, with the leases that are in place. So you don't need to do anything else. So that can be attractive. And frankly, it's just a simple deal. There's not a laundry list of contingencies. If this, I'm not going to close. The buyer gives you certainty that they'll close. So those are the benefits to a cash offer. What are the drawbacks? Typically, the drawbacks I hear most frequently, it's typically about price. You might attract, if you're asking for a cash offer, you might attract lowball offers just because the buyer has to, they might have to rehab the property or rehab the leases, or there might be other issues with the property or the history of the property that they take on. So they need to compensate for that with a lower price. That's the typical pushback I hear. So if you are looking for a higher price and you care less about some of the other things, then really the best way to go is through a conventional real estate agent if price matters to you. Now, if your property still does, I'll caution you, because if your property still does need repairs or maybe there are difficult tenant or other situations, the buyer is already going to price those things in. So you might actually end up paying 6% or whatever to a realtor and still get the same offers. So just keep that in mind when you hire a real estate agent, that you could pay some hefty fees and get similar offers to just a direct end buyer. If you're involving a third party, the more times the property changes hands and the more people are involved, the more of a cut that can be taken. So just be mindful of that. Lastly, who are the potential buyers for your property if it's a cash offer? Typically, it would be, so if it's a company like Pezon Properties, we're your end buyer. So it's an investor, it's an end buyer, someone who's going to renovate the home, rehab the home, get it back into a spruced up shape. So that's who one end buyer could be. Another end buyer could be maybe a house flipper. Maybe that person is just looking to purchase really cheap and they're trying to sell it to someone else and make a profit in the middle. They don't really care about the long-term community or investing in that area. They're just trying to flip and make a quick profit. So that's not what Pezon Properties does, but there are flippers who do that. And then lastly, it could be it could be like an institutional investor, or it could be someone who's going to live in the property. They may even make a cash offer. So there's other types of buyers, but typically it would be like a flipper or the end investor who plans to stay invested in your community long term, like Pezon Properties. So hopefully that can give you a sense for what a cash offer is. the benefits and drawbacks, and hopefully you can make the decision that's right for you and your property and your family. If you'd like to sell to an end buyer who will operate your property long term, who, because they do that, can give you the best price on the market, give us a call. We'd love to see the property and we can make you a fair cash offer, and we'd love to meet you and work with you. Take care and be well.